Ladies and gentlemen. Thursday Night Live. But really, it's Friday though. Friday. I'm late, which is fine. Better late than never. Uh, why am I late? I was doing a gig last night. You know, that happens sometimes. Sometimes we work. Sometimes we work and it gets in the way of our play. You know what I mean? I mean, trust me, I wanted to be here and play with you guys and live stream and all that good stuff back and forth last night. But the gig went late. The gig was in Central PA. No, excuse me, Central New Jersey, which I left my bank card. Oh, that sucks. But whatever. Had a good time at the gig. And when I came back, it was dumb late. It was dumb late. I just didn't have it in me to go live and be social or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see who comes in here, who's hanging out on a Friday night, you know? I'm not gonna lie to you. I have shows tonight, but they're in the city and they're late. So I figured I'd hop on here for a few minutes before going out. I don't know where you guys, whether you'd be in here though or not. If you are, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. I would feel great knowing that, hey, I committed to it, and then you guys were here. Yeah, I don't know. Someone might need this on a Friday night, but if not, it'll be here, and you guys can catch it later. You guys can catch it later. What's up? What's up? So, I was just watching movies on Tubi. You know, not a bad way to kill the day. Watching Tubi movies. Tubi movies are out of control. You can put anything on Tubi, anything you want. No one's gonna stop you. No one's gonna question it. You don't even have to edit it. Like I've been told a lot of times, Tiana, who is my producer and my girlfriend, she's always complaining that my sound on here is bad, and I'm gonna go buy a mic. I'm gonna go buy a mic at some point. But on Tubi they don't even have mics. So and they're getting paid for that shit. So yeah, like you guys, we're too worried about quality these days. McDonald's changed the game. You don't have to have quality to have billions served. As a matter of fact, the worse the thing is that you put out, the more attention it's going to get, even if it's just for being so bad. I just talked to a friend of mine today about that, man, about how, like, Little Caesars changed the game with pizza. They changed the game with pizza. Like, pizza should not cost $5. Like, all right. I'm rambling. I'm all over the place. I'm not even hot. But the fact that you could go to Little Caesars and get like a $5 hot and ready to go. I went to Chick-fil-A for the first time yesterday in probably like 3 or 4 years, right? It was open in the middle of the day. $14. $14 for a sandwich, fries, and a drink. Which, okay, fine, pay the cost. But it's like, how is it that a sandwich and fries and a water costs more than a whole pizza? You see what I'm saying? And not that Chick-fil-A isn't doing well, but Little Caesars got a stadium. They got a stadium in Detroit. Like, just $5 at a time. Whoo! That's something, like, you see what I'm saying? It's not about the quality. So if the sound pops here or whatever, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Consider me the Little Caesars of live streams. What a title to go by, right? He is the Little Caesars of live streams, Dave Temple. Okay, I'm officially lost my mind if I can sit in here and party like that on a Friday. All right, what else is going on? So, Tubi movies, yeah. This thing that we're watching on Tubi just before I came in here to stream this, which is also a pretty nerdy thing to do. If I'm laying around with my lady on a Friday night and I go like, I gotta get up and go in the other room and talk on the internet to the people. That's a weird thing to do, right? But yeah, some movie, it was some like iPhone ran reality show where it's a bunch of studs, in the house, competing. I got what the fuck? What was the show called? Something said something. I don't know. T, what was the show called? T, what's the show called that you watching? Hoochie Daddies. Hoochie Daddies on Tubi. I think it's just a series of shows. But this shit is like, it's just a bunch of studs with no shirts on and tape over their nipples, like electric tape over their nipples, and they just like pretending to be dudes, which I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Studs. For all of you hip hop studs out there, why, other than Ellen, no stud has ever just tried to be a respectable man? Why is it that no stud will just put on a blazer and just go, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Ted. Used to be Tiana. Now I'm Ted." Like, no, they always pick the worst dudes to be. Pants sagging, white beater, hat sideways. Like, that's the guy that they all go like, yeah, if I had to be a man, I'd be that man. That's the man I look up to. When I think of masculinity, that's the guy. Yep. House slippers and what is it, Ethicos underwear, just sticking all out, like just covered in tattoos. Why is it always that guy? That's the guy. That's the guy. No one wants to be like, no one wants to be like I don't know, like, because I would like to say no one wants to be like an artist, but yeah, like every stud is like Lil Wayne. No stud is like Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Every stud is like Future. No studs want to be like, I can't even say KRS-One. I feel like studs do get to be like KRS once they get older. You know what I mean? Like the older ones that calm down, they kind of get that Manny Fresh look. Like those are the chill, like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? But it's the future studs, the extra studs, where you're like, oh, God. All right, enough about the studs, man. Enough about the studs, because I know nothing of that world. It's definitely one of those things where it's like, I don't want to keep yapping about it for people to be like, what's up with you? What you want to stud or something? And you're like, well, maybe. Some studs are pretty attractive to me. I don't like, I still see underneath all the tattoos and the hats on backwards. You know what I mean? I still see clear skin and a tight waist. Wipe off those little tattoos there. I see you under there. I see Sierra within Little Bow Wow. You understand what I'm saying? I see the little mamas in the Little Bow Wows. There's a woman in there. That's all I'm saying. You guys feel free to comment too. You guys know I always piggyback off of your comments. I'm excited for next week. Vegas. Next week, Vegas. Going to Vegas, I think either Thursday or Friday. That ought to be fun. I almost flew Spirit. I tell you, the prices, they always look so good. Don't do it to yourselves, though, people. I didn't do it. I've only flown Spirit once in my life. It was a 45-minute flight from Phoenix to Las Vegas. And I knew I made a mistake as soon as I got to the gate. Man. As soon as I got to the gate, I was like, fuck, dude, these are not my people. And what's crazy about it is there are so many of those flights headed to Vegas. Like Vegas, I don't know whether Vegas is a hub for Spirit, but it's like, yeah, the $22 flights from Phoenix to Vegas, they're running like every 39 minutes. Like a fucking train. Every 39 minutes, there is a plane full of Phoenix's worst on their way to Vegas. Every 40 minutes, there is a plane from Newark, New Jersey, headed, fully loaded too. Like you've never been on, I mean, well, I don't know. I've only been on one Spirit flight, but I feel like Spirit flights are never empty. They're never empty. They're always full to capacity because, yeah, since the pandemic, those people are on the move. And you know what I mean by those people? You know what I mean by those people. I'm just thankful that a lot of them are fighting in the airport and losing their flight privileges to get out of the way. You ever realize, like, the airport is the way that it is just to get to rich people? Like, rich people, really rich people, they fly private. You know what I mean? But that's a whole different service and a whole different fee altogether that you got to pay. What's that?
I was coming in to see how you was doing.
You was coming in to correct something.
Your audio is crackly again.
It's crackly. Yeah, I was just telling them about. I mean, it's the same thing. They love it. They love it. Little baby T's been correcting things. She's been on a warpath correcting things. What are you gonna do, baby? What are you gonna do?
Nothing. I'm gonna leave you to your Black Air Force One live stream.
Okay. All right. Thank you, baby. See, she does that. Now I remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Anybody remember what I was talking about? Fuck, man. I really forgot what I was talking about. Flying Spirit. Yeah, people are losing their flight privileges. So rich people pay to travel the way we're supposed to. You know what I mean? That's all they did. Like, they added TSA. I know, she's right. Like I said, we're going to buy, I'll get a microphone, but I got to develop some sort of consistency first. That's my, excuse me. So let me show you what I'm responding to. First of all, she's right. Oh boy. I'm glad I threw the comment. I'm glad I threw the comment up there so that she can see that, because I'm sure she's still watching it in the stream. Do you see that? They said you're right. God's node. Yo, is a node a healing thing? Is a node like the thing that I've been dealing with on my balls that we're healing up? Whatever. All right. Thank you. Airport. So I was talking about the airport, right? Rich people pay to fly. Like, they get to walk to the plane, they get to actually be afforded food, and they pay to not deal with the congestion of the airport. They pay to not deal with all of the nonsense, the TSA and all of their bullshit. You go like, wow, that's all we really wanted ever. That's all it was ever supposed to be. Somehow they took that away from us, and they just make it so inconvenient so that rich people pay a lot of money, top dollar. Like, and that's a wild business plan. It's like, hey, let's make our customer service so bad. Boom. That's what we just did here, right? And matter of fact, that's probably what I'm going to do with this stream. I'm going to make it so bad. It's a boring background, terrible audio. I'm going to make it so bad, but I'm going to have another live stream that I charge $150 to get in. And there you'll hear clearly. That's the way American business works now. You got to make your service so shitty, so terrible, that you can charge extra for what they're supposed to get. Because people, they won't know. They won't know. They'll know. Oh, well, yeah, pay me extra for the rest of that. My bad. I didn't mean to overlook your comment earlier. I saw that come in. Love you, Dave. Love you too, Jared. You know what I mean? Love everybody that comes in, on a Friday night hanging out. This is always pretty cool. I'm always blown away by who comes in. I should have did this earlier. I think I should have did this earlier while you all were at work, on computers, hanging out at work, pretending to be busy on a Friday. Like bad freemium cell phone games. Yeah, man. The cell phone game is wild now. Like, do you guys play any of those mystery puzzle things where, like, the guy, it's always like you got to do a puzzle to drop coal in, like, a woman and her baby's furnace before they freeze to death? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like you'll be doing. There's always commercials for these weird games. It'll be like, oh, this king. He's like in the eight and the what do you call it? The crown and everything, and then he like has to climb up on a platform because a pipe is pouring acid, and now you have to do puzzles to get the acid to drain before it gets too high and kills the king. And you're like, what the fuck is these games? Why the fuck are these games like that? Like what? Tetris wasn't like that. Tetris was, hey, you get it in, you make the line disappear. If you don't, it gets higher and it'll eventually touch the ceiling. But we didn't make it like a life and death situation for somebody else. You know, that was a wild. It's weird places they're going with these games now. What's that say? All right, hold on. The game advertisements are perverse. Yeah. The game advertisements have. Also, how much does it cost to advertise those games? Like, are they really making that much money that they're like, yo, we're gonna run this ad that you're gonna see all the time, and don't worry, we're definitely gonna recoup our money from these ads because we know once you get in, you're gonna like. I've been doing Duolingo for like 140 days now. I haven't bought shit. Call me cheap, call me tight, whatever. Fuck you, Duolingo. I can learn Spanish in the Bronx for free. I don't give you nothing. Speaking of, I'm also talking like that. I just watched a movie about not Mark Anthony. Fuck. Hey, she's gonna be mad about this one. Hector Lavoe. He was played by Mark Anthony, and Jennifer Lopez played his wife. So that makes me go, talk a little Spanish every now and again. What's this say here? All those games got fucked because that's not the actual game, and the ads were weirdly sexual. Oh shit! So you've been tricked into buying a game and then going like it's nothing like the ad. Fuck. That would piss me off, but then I would feel like I deserved it. Like if I ever get tricked into ordering something online and it's not what it was, I just feel like an idiot. Like, I'm not calling my daughter an idiot, but my daughter, she's very susceptible to ads like that online. She was big on Shein ordering all these cheap Chinese products and then being upset when they showed up and didn't look the way they were supposed to. Now the new one, Temu, is out there. Do you guys see this? These ads for Temu, and they'll be like, here the latest sneakers, only $2.36. What? What? No, that is not enough for me to click on. But some people do, and I see the ads everywhere, so they're spending so much money on this shit that it must be working. What does this say here? Then they just made the game to what the ads were. Oh, okay, so the game is what the ads were. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm saying with microtransactions, they're making a few $100K, if not more. Really? Huh. You know what I did try? I tried one of those, those websites where you can fill out ads and stuff all day long. You can fill out ads and get paid to take surveys. That's what it is, like Survey Junkie. I tried one of those ones. I figured I would spend better time on the train if I was answering surveys and getting paid. You know what I mean? But you can never finish the goddamn survey. It'll just conk out on you. Or the ones that are actually worth something, where they'll be like, oh, answer this one and you'll get $10. You know what I mean? As soon as you go to answer it, they'll be like, oh, we good. We don't need that. But here's one for 80 cents. Here's one for 60 cents. You'll be like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck? I ain't doing that shit for 80 cents. And that's probably where they get you, because you got some money left in there and they just hold on to it. I enjoyed the Pastas Eat Pussy episode. Thank you, Jesse. You're not alone. Someone came to my show last night from that episode. Like, oddly enough, I'm not going to say oddly enough, but like a fan of Robbie Goodwin's, like basically, watched the podcast because of Robbie and enjoyed it, and then was like, oh shit, yo, this guy's gonna be in my town, like, this weekend. I'm gonna see that. So after the show, he's like, yo, man, I enjoyed the podcast. I just listened The Pastors Eat Pussy episode was wild. I strongly encourage, if anybody does not know what we're talking about, if you're new to this conversation right now, Pastors Eat Pussy, spelled exactly how it is here in the comment with a W. That way it's not perverted. All right, Pastors Eat Pussy 2 is a book by Quan Mills. Jesse originally told us about it in here, and I was like, holy shit, this book was so great. I had to talk about it on the episode and play the audio book, play excerpts from the audio book. The book, it's wild. It's the mind of a chicken head. So I kind of want to start a book club right now. I just finished Forrest Gump, the novel Forrest Gump. All right, talk to me. Now, y'all know I'm a big fan of the movie. Always been talking shit about Forrest. Got Forrest Gump drops on my tablet, everything, right? So I decided to read the book because I've been reading a lot of books this year that were classic movies to see, is the novel really better than the movie? And god damn it, Forrest lived up again. This one, it's totally different. Do yourself a favor, listen to it. If you are a fan of Forrest Gump, the book is great. Jenny is not the problem. The movie made the problem. Forrest is a bit of a he's a real country bumpkin. You know what I mean? Still similar, going through life, playing a little football, going to the war. People don't like it because he uses a lot of words like nigga, gook, chink, you know what I mean? Things that an autistic man in the fucking 60s would say if he's being raised by a bunch of white guys. And it is funny to hear like an autistic, like just like how Pastors Eat Pussy is, the guy reading the book, he kind of puts on an autistic accent. So to hear an autistic guy talk about, yeah, I went over that hill and I must have killed me about 15 gooks or so. They were just standing there, and then you go like, whoa. So that's fun to listen to. But then it's like the book, it really jumps the shark. It really, like, Forrest goes to the military. In the book, Forrest goes to space. Like, Forrest gets arrested, gets committed to a nut house, and to get out of the nut house, they send him on a mission to space with a monkey and a woman, where he crash lands in New Guinea, and he's stuck in New Guinea for 4 years, where he masters the art of chess, and he's like better than any international champion. You know what I'm saying? The book is wild, and the whole time Jenny is just like, "Yo, bro, get away from me, cause you wildin'. Like, I'm trying to get my life together, and you just on that country bama shit. So please read it. I just found out there's a sequel to Forrest Gump, which I'm going to start reading the 25th. This one is called Gump and Co. Gump and Co. talks about post the shrimp revolution. So, excuse me. Quick side note about the other book. Forrest, Rich, Shrimp, all of that stuff, even runs for U.S. Senate. Runs for U.S. Senate with his whole autistic self because someone tells him to do it. And you're not going to believe what his campaign message was. I gotta pee. Like, the same way Trump had Make America Great Again, his was I gotta pee. Hats, t-shirts, everything under the campaign, I gotta pee, and he almost won. He almost won until his opponent went dirty. His opponent got dirty and started to air out his arrest and his stupidity from the South, showing him, he was wrestling for a while. Like, it's a wild book. It's a great thing to take a look at. So the next book picks up in the 80s. He's been canceled. He had to step down from running for office, and he had to step down from the company as a CEO because he had so much bad press. He still makes a little bit of money, but now he just found out he has a son with Jenny, who Jenny did not tell him because he was wrestling and being an idiot. He was wrestling under the name The Dunce. He would be out there with a diaper and a dunce cap on, and he would go in the fucking ring and wrestle. And Jenny took a good look at this guy that she let nut in her and was like, shit, I can't have a baby with this guy. And she went off and found another sucker and pawned the baby on him. On him. So there's another guy raising Forrest Jr. Like, this is why, like, yeah, Jenny wasn't as bad as they made her to be in the movie, man. So I can't wait to read Gump and Co. It's him in the '80s now. You know, Jenny's dead, and you know he's got this son that he's trying to get to know. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, peace, brother. All right, let me see what we got here. Any info or Norton or Chip, etc. I recently discovered how good you were there. You were great with him and any guests. Okay, so I I mean Norton's over at Sirius. Norton, he does Jim and Sam regularly, and you know he hits the road with that. I think Jim's kind of had enough of the old characters there, but also I think for him it's a co-host thing too. Zia is, you know, kind of doing her thing. I think Zia is also further away from the city, so I don't think she comes in to co-host anymore. And I think he's had a few different co-hosts on that because Karen Feehan was a co-host for a while, and I think she kind of moved on. And who was the other girl that was on there? There was another Karen before that, right? Dave Smith's wife. I forgot what her name is, but yeah, she was on there before. So I think it's just for him. He just ran out of co-hosts and, you know, the interest to do it. I love doing it. I loved hanging out with Chip. Just I thought the character was fucking hilarious. I think Jim is hilarious in general. To me, I just love being able to giggle alongside Jim and his riffs, his fucking very oddly specific and accurate descriptions of child abuse and neglect. That's what that shit. Like when I laugh on Chip, I am genuinely cracking up at the accuracy of the neglect and abuse that he so vividly describes. Where you're just like, fuck, Chip. I don't know whose life this is. It's like he makes you want to give him a hug. He makes you want to go, God damn, Jim, come here. Did this happen to you? You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, but I truly enjoyed that. I think that's what it is. Me and Jim relate to that. I think we've experienced a similar level of neglect and abuse as children that we don't want to hug it out about it, but we definitely like to make weird things that make people giggle. Oh, shit. Oh, what's this here? I got Mill's book on my shelf just for laughs. Absolutely, man. People need to read more just for laughs. I think if you read for laughs, reading for serious becomes a lot easy. Ooh, I should do that. I should create some sort of campaign called Read for Laughs, where I'm just encouraging people to read silly shit, get into it, just have a good time of like, and then the hard shit will come, man. Reading funny books, dude, fucking, again, Forrest Gump sucked me in. I was like fucking laughing out loud the first day I read this shit, man. You know what I mean? It's like, it was ridiculous. Well, listen to, I did this on an audio book, which to me, just having somebody read in that accent is the best for me. What we got here? Check out some Philip K. Dick. Man in the High Castle is my favorite. It's about if Germany and Japan win World War II and how they own America now, except the middle of it. The story follows some Americans. Okay, I like that. Yeah, man. To wrap your head around a concept like that. Man in the High Castle. Okay, and everything Philip writes is like this, so some comedy, sick fantasy type shit. I mean, is that a sick fantasy? Is that a sick fantasy to wish that Japan and Germany won World War II? Somebody had to win. You know they got that now where apparently wars will probably be fought with AI. Like they'll just like run a simulation to see who would win, and then be like, look, all of the computers say we'll win, so just fucking bend the knee and don't make this your reality. Isn't that wild? Could you submit to that? Like if you were a fighter and you were about to fight somebody and someone pulls out their phone and shows you like an AI version of how the fight would go, and it shows you Not only losing, but like losing bad, like your shoulder dislocated, eye ripped out the socket, all of that. They'd be like, yeah, so would you want to just stop now or what? Or would you still fight it out? You know? I mean, I think I would fight it out of stubbornness, you know, which would be crazy because I think the first few times if we see a fight like that, we've seen the AI generated results, and then you watch a guy go like, nope, nope, I'm gonna fight it, and you go like, all right, cool, check it out. But like, if I guess like after watching 3 or 4 guys lose going against the odds, you almost look at a person like, what are you doing? It's like when somebody asks you to take a plea deal, and you're like, nope, I'm going to trial, and it's like, all right, buddy, you might want to talk to your client, you know. Some darts of static sound in the audio. I know, yeah, I gotta get a mic. Yeah. All right. Well, we've done this a few weeks in a row. It's probably enough to commit, you know? Maybe I actually buy the real thing for this and get this little, what do you call that? Logo out of the watermark out of the corner there. I don't commit to stuff until I know I'm going to do it, you know? Even like now, look, somebody's saying, it's Friday, fam. I know. I'm late. I'm late. But this is why the audio is still where it is. Because I am not 100% sure if I can trust myself. Am I going to keep doing this? So I guess I have to figure out. Y'all got to give me some sort of incentive. Y'all got to keep showing up. Y'all got to keep watching these things and interacting with the page. You know what I mean? So that will work out. Where it's like if you guys are doing that, then yeah, I'll keep doing it. You know what I mean? AI analytics, yeah. What does it say? I use AI and some code for playing poker. Really? I decide against the advised call more often than not. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder, is that ego or like, because what are we talking about for playing poker? Is poker like chess where you see a few moves ahead? You see like, you know what I mean? And you go like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that shit. You know? I remember I used to play chess on a computer, and sometimes you could ask it to recommend a move for you. I used to do that, especially if I was ever in check, because I didn't know what to do to get out of check, and then they would tell me like what actual move to do. You know, playing against a computer gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, because it's like there's pressure to beat it. There's pressure to beat it. Mm-hmm. Here's one. See ya at Skankfest. You know what's funny? I talk about Skankfest now so casually, like everybody knows what it is. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting big. It's getting huge. But it is funny, like when I casually mention it to ladies, like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to go do this thing called Skankfest." I'm like, "Skankfest?" And I'll like be casual. Yeah, Skankfest. There's a whole thing in Vegas, blah blah blah. They're like, Skankfest. Yeah. Skankfest. Like, yeah, it has a name. That's what it's called. Like, don't fucking either you're going or you're not. But yes, man, Skankfest will be fun. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna eat healthy all week so that I have the energy. That's what I'm learning now. Is this is like my 4th or 5th appearance at Skankfest. Uh, Skankfest is all about how you lead up. That's why I'm hydrating now, getting good and ready. Cause yeah, I was talking like Zach Amico, and Zach was talking about like nights at the strip club that are ending at 5 a.m. And I'm like, I miss all of this. I'm not that good at my drugs intake. You know what I mean? I don't even do a lot of drugs. I'll smoke some weed, maybe might crack a beer or two. But that's it. And that shit usually makes me want to go to fuck to sleep. You know what I mean? So all of that cocaine and everything that keeps y'all up all night, I don't have it. I don't have it. It's a bit of ego and a bit of where everyone has the same general strategy. If you play different, it throws everyone off. Oh, I see what you're saying. So their recommended moves are so similar that you're like, nah, I got to do something different. I get that. I get that. That makes sense. But it is still some ego. Like, man, fuck that. I ain't doing what everybody else does. I ain't doing what everybody else. Oh, shit. I got a penthouse at the Bellagio. Come through. Okay. Robert, are you a chick? Rara, let me see. What does? I mean, I know you're not inviting me over for sex, but I just be. I'm so goofy. I'm looking up your name just to see what kind of name is Rara. Is Rara okay? Rara's a dude. Yeah, Rara's like a. I'm looking at some dudes online. There's some guy named Rara who's like a musician. He's like a hip hop guy. So yeah, Rara's a dude. Rara McGee. All right. Yeah, that's dope. You got a penthouse at the Bellagio for Skankfest, though? You inviting the biddies over? You inviting the little biddies through? Come through the penthouse, pop a little champagne, and make the ladies think they're gonna get the love on Dave Temple. And as soon as they pass out, like what does DMX say? For instance, they start to get catching feelings and I start to stealing their shit. Then I'm out like a thief in the night. I sink my teeth in the bite. They thinking life, I'm thinking more like, what's up tonight? Come on, ma. You know I got a wife. DMX was so awful in that song. So Andrew Walker, who also is saying, I'll see you at Skankfest, he said, cats at work think I'm going to a hedonism retreat. That is what it feels like. It does feel that way. Like you're literally telling people, like, yeah, man, I want a Skankfest. And it's like, what is Skankfest? Okay, well, you know how at work I always kind of have like one earphone in and I'm like giggling all day long. And yeah, I listen to a bunch of different podcasts and funny, degenerate people in the world, and they're all going to Vegas for a weekend to talk the shit that they talk, and I'm gonna go see it live, which is like dope for y'all for finding that, and fuck them for missing out. They don't get it, Let them all go see the regular concerts like Pink and Drake. Ugh, anyone can see that. This is a non-AI recommended move. Skankfest is a non-AI suggested move. It was a human choice. Rice and beans. Oh, is that from the video we talk about dating the Puerto Rican girl? Badia on Fremont is banging. Badia, what's that? Badia, 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 tacos? Badia tacos? What the fuck is Badia? Let me see what we got. Badia on Fremont. I'm looking it up on the computer. Oh, tacos. Okay. Oh, yeah, I had it wrong. You had Badia, but it's Birria. 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 You know what's crazy? Okay, let's have a conversation about tacos real fast. All right. Everybody says you got to go to the West Coast to get good tacos. Everybody says the tacos in Texas are better. Some people tell you LA got the best tacos. A taco ain't just a fucking taco. Like, what makes a taco special? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, people get tacos off of trucks where, like, the meat is clearly questionable or, like, in a bucket. You know what I mean? Just, like, buckets of meat with spices and shit. Like, tacos is street food. It's poor people food. And I'm not dogging. I like tacos. I fuck with tacos. But it's a weird thing to be like, yo, these people got the best tacos. These are like, really? They fucking tacos, man. Like, how can you tell the difference? If I was to bring you a bag of tacos from, I don't know, a truck, you probably notice the difference between tacos from a truck and tacos from Taco Bell. But you can really tell the difference. Like, if I come in with 2 plastic bags and I go like, one came from Badia or Birria, however you say it, and one came from El Pollo Locos or whatever crazy taco truck names they be always having, oh, Los Tacos Hermanos, it's always like that kind of weird shit like that. Like, how can you tell the difference? How can you tell? Somebody tell me. Somebody please tell me. My cousin. Oh shit. Okay. So that's what we know. We definitely gotta fuck it out. He goes, Rara said the penthouse at the Bellagio, his cousin got it for him. That's good. So your cousin don't travel enough. He's like, yo, somebody use my shit, man. Hell yeah. I'll come through, see the penthouse at the Bellagio. Come and flag me down anywhere on the set you see me and be like, yo. I got it. But I'm gonna bring somebody else with me just to make sure you don't, it's Vegas, man. It's Vegas. You know what I mean? I'm not going to the Bellagio Dolo. I don't know who I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring somebody with me. Philosophy: large breasts on women represent a reliable food supply for your future baby. So a big milk factor inspires you to have sex to make the baby to drink the milk. So big titties are a racket. Big titties are just here to make you have babies, and then you gotta buy stuff. You know what's crazy? Big titties is a Western thing. Like, I just learned this, and I don't know if it's true because I haven't been to Japan. If anybody has been to Japan and you know their culture, weigh in here. All you anime nerds, weigh in. Let me know. But in Japan, apparently, culturally, they pay attention to the nape of a woman's neck, her back. Titties almost invisible to a Chinese man. That's why anytime you see geisha girls and all that shit like that, all this covered up because they don't give a fuck about titties. They don't care. It's all about right here. Put the hair up in the bun. Show me that little curvature in the neck right there. Like that's why their outfits have like little holes in the back, so you can see the little spinal cord, but the front just be covered up. Ain't that wild? No cleavage. Like it's all social. It's all cultural. What we decide to focus on. You guys remember I'm 40, so you guys might remember in the 90s, titties were all the rage. If you had a woman shaped like Pamela Anderson in the 90s, fucking bass drum, just flat in the back, nothing. I mean, now I see pictures of Pamela Anderson now, and I'm like, ugh, what was that? What is that? You know what I mean? Especially when all those skinny women started getting like the big tits. Like they look the same as like those dudes that you see with like the saline muscles. You're like, dude, who the fuck wants to touch that? Is disgusting. Nobody likes that. But then Sir Mix-a-Lot made a song, I like big butts and you cannot lie. And all of a sudden, it was all about the ass. It was all about the ass from that point on. Then like fucking Kim Kardashian and them jammed a few implants in their butts and hips and all that. And then it was all about that chicken nugget shape. Like if you could be shaped like Grimace from fucking McDonald's, or if you could be shaped like an ant from Ants, or like a bug from A Bug's Life, you was sexy, man. And that's a cultural thing. I'd like to know what they think about us and our implants in Japan. I mean, I know they do some weird, freaky shit in Japan, so they don't have that much room to judge. But I'd be curious what other cultures think about the way we, do up women over here. Oh, we gonna be heavy on bitches. I go there every year for the World Series of Poker and have a credit line there. Okay. I gotta learn how to play poker, man. Poker seems like it's a real man's game. I do a little blackjack every now and again, but blackjack, it feels like a kid's game. Craps also is fun, but it feels like a kid's game. Poker, that feels like I'm a man. I know what I'm doing. I'm sitting down. I'm having a little, like what we doing? What we talking about, huh? Poker makes your stubble make sense. Poker feels like I can light a match right off of my face right there. I want to learn how to play poker before it's all over. Poker and chess. I want to learn how to really sit down and play poker and chess. What is this? You're talking to me here. Would you consider a quick shoulder lift as a custom signing off move from here on out? It would be funny. It would be hilarious. So he's referring to, for those of you who don't listen to the podcast, which is weird if you don't listen to the podcast when you're here, but Jared is referring to, I had a period as a kid. I went to therapy. My mom sent me to therapy because I was licking my shoulders. Like I was just randomly, it was bad. And it's funny how many people that sticks with. That's going to be one of those things I know for the rest of my life, because I'm never going to talk about that anymore. So that'll be a funny thing where, like, I just want to see how many people are real fans that are like, yo, dude, and that's gonna suck for the people who know that now. They're gonna want to make sure they always, when they meet me, yo, dude, shoulder lick, shoulder. I'm around from the shoulder licking. You know what I mean? Or people are gonna want to share their stories of their kids licking their shoulders or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, I can't do that because I got kids, man. I got kids. I got a girlfriend. I got people in my life that I kind of have to still be me for. If that makes any sense, like you can't just like that's why I always. I mean, God bless the people who go out there and put it all on for the people, but like it's just hard to be the guy that like your girl has to look past that. You know what I mean? Your girl just has to look past the stuff you've been doing. Like, I mean, think of it. You've been to Skankfest before. Anybody been to Skankfest? There are things that go on in Skankfest that guys have to come off of that stage or out of that ring and look at their lady like, we did it. We did it. And they're like, yeah, we did it. Yeah, no, I totally look at you the same thing. I totally look at you the same way. My real name is Rafe, LOL. But surprise, Rara actually exists. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because my Rara, because these dudes were brown that I saw named Rara, I just assumed you were like some sort of brown dude that's balling out at the fucking Bellagio in Vegas. Which okay, hear me out, hear me out. That is a group I'm not that comfortable with. Not brown people, but like rich ball out like Saudi prince. It's like, hey, come. Let me spend some money with you. Come, you'll see. And you're like, hey man, I'm not comfortable spending your oil money. I'm not comfortable balling out on Arab money, Which I recently heard they had to re-record that song. That they had to re-record the Arab money song to actually go Arab. Arab. Broccoli Arab. All right, that'll probably get me canceled somewhere. The best tacos come from trucks. I hear this a lot. Does it have to do with the fact that you're just drunk? Has anyone ever bought a taco off of a truck in the daytime sober? That's the test. That's the test. Sober daytime truck tacos. I get it. 1:30, 3:30 in the morning after watching a fight outside of a nightclub. Fuck yeah. These tacos are bussing. Tequila just burning your esophagus, right? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you want to order, because here's the thing about tacos, right? You truck tacos, you think you need three. Three is you're done. You're full. Some people will try to go the full six. Some people, this was my mistake. I would try to go tacos and quesadilla because I like quesadillas, but I felt like I should be eating tacos. And it's just a food coma. It's a food coma. So truck tacos are cheap enough to put yourself in a food coma. So of course they're gonna be fucking great. But even if you get tacos in the afternoon, like if I get tacos off of a truck at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, I've done that. I've gone on long runs. I've done half marathons and be like, yo, after this run, I want tacos and a fucking nap. In which case, yes, truck tacos are the best. But outside of those conditions, if I'm just going to eat the tacos and just chill, are they still that good? Or is it because I'm drunk and I'm trying to eat myself to sleep? You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Uh-oh. Slow cooked meat with the fresh toppings. Yeah, I guess so. You can tell. All right. Portion versus price. Alex Rodriguez is in the building. What's up, man? Portion versus price. Okay. I'll eat when I'm in Vegas. All I eat when I'm in Vegas are tacos. Nah, well, yeah, I guess so. And again, when I eat tacos, and I've probably had from this truck, because I've walked Fremont Street from my venue back to the hotel late night, high as a kite, drunk, and there's so much action going on. You can watch people dance and perform in the street while you order tacos. Fremont Street has free concerts going on. Last year, Jelly Roll had the street on smash. Why not just stand here and order fucking tacos? Which I heard Jelly Roll might be stopping through the last night here also. But you didn't hear that from me. I ain't one to gossip, so you didn't hear that from me. Ah, there you go. I love playing with a woman's napey neck. I don't know whether that's napey or nappy, but I know what you're talking about. That's the intimate part. Back here, oh, and like you smell her, you can smell the essence of a woman. Smelling her head, smelling the sweaty back of her neck to see what's going on. Put them titties away. I know what I want. Oh yes. The dawn of the breast implant. Yeah, man. Breast implants was a weird phase that we went through. Also, a very weird thing for a doctor to research, you know? It's like fucking cancer hasn't been solved. But if you'd like to go from an A cup to a D cup, I got you. Always think about that. That cosmetic elective surgeries are insane that people discover that and figure that out. And I never understand what comes first in those things, like the supply or the demand. Like, is there a doctor who's like, yo, anybody want to make their tits bigger? Anybody want to make their tits bigger? Anybody want to make their tits bigger? Or are rich people coming into the doctor's office like, I want bigger tits. I want bigger tits. I want bigger tits. Like, how is that a thing? And you both find. I used to tell this joke. I might pull this joke out tonight too. I used to talk about that with anal bleaching. Anal bleaching was a thing. Probably still is. You know what I mean? People in LA have that much time on their hands that they're looking at their asshole and determining that could be brighter, that could be better, like teeth whitening. That's how good your life is. You've got everything else figured out. You have time to look at your asshole in the mirror and decide that needs to be better. And again, who's coming up with this? What comes first? Is a doctor going, we got to do something about these stained assholes? Or are rich people showing up to the fucking optometrist office like, hey, do something about my asshole, doc? And it's like, I'm an optometrist. I work on eyes. And it's like, yeah. I got money. Dude, today you're working on assholes, okay? Assholes is where it's at. Come on. You know I'd be talking about some interesting point about the nape of the neck. It is indeed culturally relative. Women's sexuality and attractiveness. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I wonder how much of it is natural instinct also. Like, okay, I'll confess some other weird stuff to you guys. I'm a scent guy. I'm big on okay, a lot of guys love to see women in the gym, right? A lot of guys love to see women in the gym putting in that work with they tight, they all thick and everything. And that's like most men's fantasy if they could take a chick down right out of the gym. Can I just peel these things off and you find out what's under there and just, right? And you're okay with whatever funk comes out of that. You are okay with gym funk. And I don't think that's a cultural thing. I think that comes down to just absolute like chemistry, animal attraction. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'll deal, but like most women would not allow you to touch them when they're dripping in sweat like that, you know? I'm like, but I feel like that's gotta be like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I've smelled a woman that's stinking and just like, ugh, but like that's a different thing. All right. What do we got here? Does Skankfest have a bad name with black comedians? No. I don't think it has a bad name. I think black people aren't always as open-minded to things like that. You know what I mean? So to just be like, okay, if you don't know what Skankfest is, but you know someone like Ari Shaffir is going to be there. Ari's a great comic, but to most black people and to most black comedians, he's the guy that disrespected Kobe. So like, black people are very good at like, hey man, I'll just use this phrase. If it ain't from the Bible, it ain't from me. Does that make sense? Like, Some people just look at things that way. Like, hey, look, if it ain't in the Bible, I don't even want to hear about it. You know what I mean? So they don't even entertain the concept because it's already in a realm that doesn't line up with what they already believe in. You know what I mean? So I think every time in Black comics, especially because I've had to drag people to Skankfest. I've had to drag Derek to Skankfest. And he's always been like, "Oh wow, I really had a great time." You know what I mean? Like it's just a thing. You know what I mean? Like I will give white people this. White people, in some realms, you're better at having a good time with nothing. Um, I love rednecks for that. Rednecks can play. Shit. If you wanna have something else fun to do, if you're in tonight, when you get up, when I'm done with this live, I'm be done in like 5 minutes. Go watch Barbie Jeep racing. It's a whole thing. Rednecks in Texas take Jeeps and Hot Wheels that their kids had laying around that they bought from Walmart a few Christmases ago, and they're fucking getting liquored up, putting helmets and pads on, and they're going down to fucking hell. And it's a great fucking time. A lot of people there. You're not gonna find a lot of black people there. You're not gonna find a lot of black people at no shit like that. And it's just they just assume I don't want to be out there with them racist crackers. That's exactly what they'll say. I don't want to be out there with them racist ass crackers. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. But yeah, I wouldn't say it has a bad name with black comedians, but I don't think a lot of black comedians know enough about what it is. I think for some people, for them, it's just the people that are there. They don't want to give it a shot because of some of the people that are there. Like Roseanne's going to be there this year. I saw. Yeah, that's enough to keep some black people away. What? She racist. Okay. Has hourglass body shape ever fallen out of being attractive? Fashion and trends change, but good question. Good question. Hourglass figures. No, I think we're in the section of them being attractive. I think they used to be frowned upon because an hourglass figure is actually unhealthy compared to the more voluptuous women that were definitely going to carry a baby full term. You know what I mean? Like hourglass figure now, especially with a few ribs exposed. Yeah, like that's for whoever. Friend of mine used to call girls like that. He used to call them boneyards, which was wild. He said they were hot to him, but that's what he referred to them as, boneyards. He wanted girls with big tits and little arms, and he wanted to be able to see ribs in the front and in the back. And you go like, ugh, good for you, buddy. Good for you. What we got here? I rolled my eyes in the back of my head as a kid, like to the point I had to get checked out. Right. And here's the thing: there was probably nothing wrong with you. I don't think there was really anything wrong with me. If there was, fine, whatever. But like, and now look at you. You're fucking in the penthouse in the Bellagio. So for whoever was checking you out, have they been there? Have they been there? Have they pulled that off? That's it, dude. Again, I bring it back to this Forrest Gump book. Forrest was autistic. He pulled off so much more than the people who wrote him off in his book. For the people that told him he wasn't going to amount to nothing, when he was just trying to make some money to feed his daughter, called fucking police on me when I was out here hustling. I was just trying to make money to feed my daughter. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, those people, fuck those people, man. They just want you to get in line. I got taco buying money. Yeah. Tacos ain't expensive. They're like $3 per taco, right? Yeah, get some fucking tacos out there. Oh, yeah, I see that. That wasn't me. That's the producer. Tacos on Rara. Tacos on Rara. That sound like a restaurant right there. Tacos on Rara. Nope. Best tacos come from Abuela's house. Here we go. Here's the real argument. Because Abuela, that's the Spanish grandmother. Probably of the Mexican kind. And if she's Mexican, the tacos are made with love, And that's what I feel like. Tacos have to have love. But I feel like tacos on the truck, no love. No amor. Oh, shit. Hold on. He said it. Mexican grandmothers make it. What? Hold on. Listen to this here. I used to walk a mile on my lunch break sober to get a taco from a truck. Okay. Okay, Jesse, I hear you. I hear, but that just sounds like you have a very specific personality that is like, hey man, I know what I want. I'm a man, but if you say so, I will try. I gotta see. Okay, these comments that come out probably went a little long on this. Buying daytime truck tacos. Ever heard of construction workers? Oh yeah, but not sober, loaded up on Coronas. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Hey, maybe I threw it out there wrong, but I'm telling you, there's a reason why people are buying tacos off of a fucking truck. Okay, Robert changed his thing around too. Yeah, it's abuelas, then taco trucks. Okay, okay, so we're getting there. Ah, shit. All right. Here we go. Wild opinion about direct breastfeeding. Is it both incest and pedophilia because the woman feels very sexually aroused while breastfeeding? No, pump that milk into a bottle. Interesting. I think that's also the reason why the Japanese don't look at them sexually. The Japanese, they don't pervert something that is that thing to look at it as a sexual thing, or like, I mean, that's like saying, does a woman enjoy when a baby is crowning? Huh? Who's ready? Yeah, that's like saying, does a lady enjoy when her baby is crowning? You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, your pussy getting stretched out more than it's ever been before. Do you like that? Do you like that? Like, you got to be a weirdo to take it there. But I get what you're saying. Direct breastfeeding. I don't know. Breastfeeding in public, I do like to look. I'm not gonna say it makes me feel uncomfortable because I know what it is, but I do be like, damn, especially because it's like, I think the crazy thing about it is when you see a woman breastfeeding in public, her areolas are usually wild, like wild, like Nickelodeon wild and crazy kids, like you know what I mean, like fucking the wild thornberries, just a big areola, and it's so dark. That's what's wild to me. Where it's like, I just be wanting to see more. You know what I mean? I don't even know whether it's sexual. I think at this point it's scientific. I just be like, whoa, let me see them dark ass areolas. That baby did that to you. Let me see the other one. Come on, let me see what else you got going on down there. You know? All right. Fremont is well. Let me see what we got here. I can do a couple more and then I gotta get out of here because my lady hates when I don't eat the food while it's hot. Work late shifts sometimes and bought taco trucks and everyone is turned, but they keep it fresh and you watch the show. Kind of fun being sober at the taco truck. I feel you, because I'm a sober guy most of the time. Like, I'll smoke, but yeah, most of the time if I'm at a truck late night, I'm like, everybody's drunk and I'm watching the show. But yeah, man, I'm ready to binge and go to sleep, man. I'm ready to binge and go to sleep. Fremont is legit. I grew up in Vegas. I got desensitized early. Yeah, I bet, Dylan. I fucking bet. He said he's excited for Skankfest. Good for you. Fuck yeah, we're excited. Why continue to live in a cave after you've invented a hut? Some people like the classics. You know what I mean? Like the hut can get blown down. The hut, you got to close the door. The cave, you just got to go in a little bit deeper. And the cave, like, yeah, like the light comes in, you can kind of come in and out. I'm sure there's probably some crabs walking around the cave, like it's food walking around in there every now and again. Like, yeah, there's reasons to go back. It's just preference. You know what I mean? I get it. You might be like, yeah, well, the hut is so much better. Why wouldn't you? It depends. It's like saying, like, all right, and this is probably a very New York thing. It shows where I am and how long I've been living. But it's like, is new construction better than a pre-war building? Most people are going to tell you, nah, I'd rather a pre-war apartment building. You know what I mean? They're sturdier. The heat is better. You actually got closets, living space. I don't know if you've seen new construction. New construction now, everybody wants you to live in a fishbowl. Everybody wants you to live in a high-rise wall to see a floor to ceiling glass windows where it's like, oh, we've got a pool on the roof and we've got a gym and we've got pool tables and a rec room and we've got a place downstairs to wash your dog and store your bike and all of that. But upstairs, just a little box, little fish bowl, to just be like, yeah, this is worth $7,000 a month. Like, yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. All right, I gotta get ready to go. Thank you guys for coming in. Oh shit, this is a good one. I didn't get to see here. Black people and rednecks have more in common than difference. I agree with this so much, so much. I've always said the projects in the trailer park, same thing. It's just the projects is just the trailer park stacked up high, like vertically as opposed to spread out. Same people, same behavior. We like our music loud. We like our trucks big. We like our wheels big on our cars. Like we love our guns. We love our alcohol. We love our women. We love recklessly coming in our women. You know, we're all extremely straight. Like, isn't that weird? Like, there's not. Let me Google it before I say that. But I don't think there's gay rednecks. I mean, I'm sure if there is, it's like as a joke, or I'm sure that they're definitely on the low. But let me just see here. Gay redneck. Yeah, every picture is just somebody fucking around. I gotta learn how to pull pictures up on here and fix that. See, do that along with the mic. I'll get there. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there. But yes, man, we are all the same. Darquavius is autistic too. Darquavius was the name of the lady's son, and pastors eat pussy too. Darquavius, guys. Darquavius. All right, I gotta go. You guys have great comments and great insight. I'll probably have to do this. Oh God, I didn't even see how much stuff there. All right, guys. Keep having fun, man. Enjoy your weekend. For those of you who are going to be in Vegas, I will see you guys there in Vegas next week. I don't know if anybody in this room is from St. Louis. If you are, please get tickets. October 6th and 7th, Derek and I will be at Helium in St. Louis. Thank you, everybody who came to the first gas night this week. The gas night was great. Sunday, we had a lot of fun. So those of you who are in Vegas, I'll be anxious to show you guys this live show that we've cultivated there. Where else are we going to be at? I think we're going to come back to Chicago soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Boston, Philly, there's some other ones. I think we're going to come back to Baltimore too. So, yeah, man, keep enjoying the pod. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. I'm actually about to go out and tell some jokes, all right? See you guys later. Peace.